it's not often five-star quarterbacks want to play with Michigan, especially Harbaugh's style of football. Michigan should consider bringing a quarterback training specialist. It's interesting. I mean, the last five-star quarterback that Michigan had was actually the number one draft pick of the USFL today and today or yesterday, Shea Patterson for the Michigan Panthers home team. Maybe I'll start rooting for them instead of the Lions. But yeah, you had Shea Patterson and like five-star. I mean, I think Denard. I don't even know what he was. I don't think he was a five-star. I think he might have been a 3 or 4. I mean, I would imagine, unless I'm just off, would it be Drew Henson?
And even Shea Patterson was not a Michigan signee.
Correct. Yep, he was a transfer from good old Ole Miss.
Yeah,
I would have to think, and I would like to think it wouldn't be Drew Henson, but honestly, that's my initial thought is that before Patterson probably would be Drew Henson, but let's see.
Drew Henson was a talent.
He was.
He could sling it.
I even think Gardner was probably a 3 or 4 star.
Who was?
Devin Gardner. I don't think he was 5-star. I think he was probably 3 or 4.
So I just looked up Denard Robinson. Number 1, he was listed as an athlete, not a quarterback, and he was the 9th rated athlete in the country, and it was a top 120 player, but he was still a 4-star. Okay. I just thought Drew Henson was a phenomenal talent. He obviously couldn't springboard that into an NFL career. I just don't think he processed things at the NFL level, but in terms of arm talent, he was high on the charts.
Yes. And I want to look up to see if
Drew Henson threw a ball against Ohio State in 2000 where he went like 22 out of 24 in that game, first of all. And he was pinned up against the right sideline. They had the ball at like the 10-yard line going in. So based on that, you wouldn't have thought it was a long throw, but it was a ridiculously long throw because of the angle. He rolled right. They had him pinned up against the right sideline, and he threw a ball against 3 NFL defenders in the secondary for Ohio State. Nate Clements, Ahmed Plummer, Michael Doss, all played in the league. All were first or second round draft picks. He threw a ball from the right sideline all the way to the left corner of the end zone. And they thought they had an angle on it, and he just gunned it, just a howitzer all the way across the field, and none of them got to the football.
Yeah, some guys are just it's just not fair as far as as far as how they're able to do certain things with when it comes down to sports. I don't know. I couldn't see if Henny was a 5-star or not, but I don't think he was. But yeah, nonetheless, or maybe he was. Blank name says. But these guys don't come a dime a dozen. I guess I'll just say that the simplest way. I mean, unless you're Lincoln Riley, who seems to get them essentially a dime a dozen, it's just a very difficult thing to do, and I don't want to roll the dice on potentially having one of those guys that I had here committed. Loved Michigan, have him walk out the door. So that would be my thought on it. But unless Henny or JJ McCarthy just has a meltdown in spring ball, I think it's I'd probably go JJ.
Chad Henne, 5-star, top 20 player in the country, number 3 rated quarterback.
It's pretty darn good, and he was pretty darn good.
Yeah.
But that's also a very long time frame too.
Yeah, this is.
Those are
I think last year was 07, so this is like 04.
Oof.
This is a long, long time ago.